Welcome to Swill and Grog's Wonderful World of Beer. In this episode I'll be reviewing another beer that Jez recently sent me, Emu Export, 4.4% alcohol by volume, brewed and canned at the Swan Brewery in Western Australia. Now what more can I tell you about Emu Export? Well, I've never tried it before. It's not one that you see over on the East Coast, well not at least nowadays. Perhaps in the past it had more of a presence here. But I know that Jez actually acquired this online through Dan Murphy's. Obviously it was shipped over from Western Australia. So it's a real treat to actually have this one in my hand and be on the verge of trying it. So I think without further ado, I'll crack it open and we'll go about making an assessment of it. Okay. So I'm pouring it out into this Holsten premium glass that Jez sent me in his recent beer mail. I've been looking forward to using this. It was nicely chilled, but yeah, with the heat here, it's obviously lost that fairly quickly. But still, it's nice and cool. Okay, a nice pour there. There's a little bit left in the can. All right, so let's make an assessment of the appearance. Well, the appearance is a very clear golden colour with a fairly minimal amount of carbonation. There's a few bubbles streaming to the top there, but not as many as I thought I would see. We've got just a little over a finger of bright fluffy white head. It does look awfully good, but let me just top it up and then we'll make an assessment of the aroma. Okay. Well, what I'm picking up is a very, stereotypical, Aussie macro lager, scent. I'm picking up, faint smell of, what are probably, Pride of Ringwood hops, and, some yeast there, some sort of an adjunct smell, perhaps, yeah, well, I believe that they use sugarcane as the adjunct in most of these brews. But yeah, look, it's very reminiscent of your Forex bitter or your Tooheys New or even VB for that matter. Anyway, on to the taste test, the most important part of the review. All right, so a big cheers to you all, and an even bigger cheers to my mate Jez. Let's dive in. Alright, so nice malty sweetness up front. There's some bitterness in the back. It has a relatively dry sort of finish to it. The bitterness does sort of linger in the palate. It's definitely more pronounced than I was anticipating. But on that note, I do need to have another gulp. Okay, well, it's certainly holding that taste profile, and it's a little bit more bitter than I was anticipating, like I said. But all in all, it seems quite refreshing. I really can't sort of fault it, flavour-wise. I'd certainly say that it's going to be quite drinkable and quite sessionable. And I'm sure that all the folks over there in Western Australia really enjoy this brew on a hot summer's day. What would I give it in terms of a score out of 10? Well, I need to have one last gulp, of course. Alright, well, all in all, not too bad. Nothing extraordinary by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of tiring of the sort of sour sort of bitter note that lingers in the palate. That's, I mean, one thing that I'm not that fussed on, but it's not offensive in any way. I think it's probably deserving of a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I think a 6 out of 10 is a fair assessment for this brew. Anyway, that does bring us to the end of yet another Swill and Grog beer review. Once again, a huge thanks to Jez for sending me this can of Emu Export. Anyway, like I said, that does bring us to the end of another Swill and Grog beer review. So, until next time, fare thee well, all.